Good evening, guys. This is Dark Speed. Here's my C5 Corvette. So here's just a little thing that I wanted to show you guys about the door speakers. Now, as you can see here, we have installed a set of aftermarket speakers in the place of the Bose unit. And I just want to go over a few things that I've done to the car before we go ahead and look into the issue that I've noticed. So I got here a set of Lanzar speakers. They're about as wide as the same size of the Bose speakers, and they're actually a lot higher quality sound. They go a little bit deeper into the door, so it protrudes a more of a bassy sound. So it's got a lot of good low frequency, and it's a really high quality speaker that I've installed onto the car. And over here, the amplifier area where you had the original Bose amplifier, I've actually installed a custom piece of plexiglass, and I've put in the screws in the same areas right here and kind of closed this part off with the wires inside, zip tied them so that they don't move around. And just a few things here I want to show you real quick before I close up the door is I put a sticky foam, the ones that you guys buy from Home Depot or Lowe's. So I've installed this over here to kind of give it a dampening effect, and when we install that white piece of styrofoam, so it can go in nice and snug. And also I've also installed right here behind this is a layer of a rubbery type of material similar to the Dynamat, and this silver foil you see right here is a packing of fiberglass, and it's to help absorb the sound of the low frequencies, so it gives you a nice clean crisp sound whenever you turn on music or the radio. So it's kind of a few things here and there for acoustics. But the one thing that I noticed when I was installing the speaker, I don't know if you can really see here, let me get my flashlight. Okay, when we take a look inside, let me see, it's kind of hard to show, but if you can see somewhere here in the back, there we go. Okay, that right there is the speaker, right there. And it's kind of protruding really deep inside the door panel, and you see the red wire and the black wire right there, and it's kind of protruding in this area where right from above the window, we have the window seal here. I checked it for any problems and it seals nice and tight. As we close the door, let's see here, it seals nice and tight. You know, there's no gap, and all across there's no gaps, maybe except for this small hole right here, and there's this hole right here. But the problem that I noticed was when we installed aftermarket speakers, basically the water comes down from right here, or actually from the other side, it comes down into the door cabin right here, and it just drips down from mostly from the right side, right around here, which is not a problem since we don't have any electrical components. But right where the speaker is, the speaker's top side actually got wet, and the wires itself. So this could be a word of caution to people who are installing aftermarket speakers. And when I had my stock Bose units, I didn't specifically test the water dripping, so I didn't actually see if the water was dripping on the stock Bose units, but assuming that the stock Bose was a lot thinner, it was only about an inch or two thick, but this one goes another 2 inches deep inside the door, that could be causing the issue. Now, pretty much the one thing that concerned me was the design of the door itself. As far as I know, shouldn't have allowed any water to get inside the door panel itself. It should just pretty much have the water run across the sides from the edge of the tips and just run across. But since the water is getting in, and not only do we have the speaker components, but we also have the window regulator, which you can see over here, and there's a bunch of other wires inside the door panel itself from deep inside we can't see right now, but pretty much those wires come in direct contact with the water too. And maybe the C5 owners haven't noticed any problems, but it's still an issue of my concern. So that's why, let's see, that's why I want to try to seal this off. Probably what I'm going to do is install this same kind of piece of plexiglass. I'm going to take a larger piece, and I'm just going to take it flat onto the speaker's top, and using a heat gun kind of mold it over the speaker and install it inside the door panel. So as the rain drops from around here or from the car wash, it drops down right onto the plexiglass, the one that I'm going to install, and it just drips across so it doesn't get the speakers wet. Now I tested specifically these aftermarket speakers. Let's see if we could get some light in there. You can kind of see that's the piece right there with the red wire and the black wire right there. This entire backside got wet whenever I poured in some of the water. So I just wanted to address this to the Corvette forum that I'm going to be working on this, and to see if I can install some sort of weatherproofing material on it. So sorry to bore you guys with my long and boring speech, but I just wanted to give you guys some insight onto the little project that I'm doing. So let's take it from here, and once I get it installed with the safety plexiglass, I'll shoot another video so you guys know. Alright.